Uh, well, all right. Well, this is the first and the last YouTube direct going live video. Oh, quite impressed with the angle of the camera. I was going to try and say goodbye to various people, and then I thought, oh dear, that's going to get me weepy. It's not really goodbye. I'm going elsewhere. So this is my last will and testament, and don't worry, it won't be long. But I've been instructed to do this. Not get dramatic. I think I've stood on a few people's toes, and I've been told a few people don't want me around. Yeah. And I have no fear of death. There is no death. As any avatar whose worth is salt would tell you. Right, that is the message I thought Jesus Christ brought. That's what all the great avatars. Hey, I am really impressed with this. Wow, YouTube. Yeah, I can see the picture of Jesus a lot more clearer. So, well done. There you go. I don't know how this system works. And it's a pity I didn't discover it earlier. But what hell? Now, last will and testament. Well, they're all on Facebook, so all these people can be easily traced. And a copy of this will be given to my bank. And I'll possibly put it onto DVD. Okay? So, ladies in my life. Well, there's Matty Grigada. She's based in the Philippines and she has 4 children. And she's, just because she's been the most, how can I put it, kept contact with me regularly. You know, she's always videoing me, Daddy, this, and was genuine concern. But no, everyone's going to get an equal share. Okay, so Matty Grigado, the Philippines. Then we've got Kanjana Pasapas, but she's on Facebook. I call her Jap. I will get this checked by a legal expert, you know, because I can I don't like writing, but I can do a written one as well. So we get the correct spellings of the name. But Kanjanapas, based in Thailand, and she has a godchild who I call, although again, her name actually in Thai is Ploy. I mean, this is really, finalise it. Then we've got, I've got to look in it because I've always known this person as Om. Right? But her name, that is embarrassing. Her name begins with W. So I haven't planned this. Yeah, I will have to do a written thing. But she's on Facebook as well. Warapran. Oh, embarrassing. But that's just because I've always known her as Om. But she is based on Facebook as well. And she is from Thailand. And she has the photograph with the ring. It's one of my really well-known photographs. And that is taken in Phuket. And with her beautiful, one of her daughters, she has 4 daughters. And obviously, the easiest way I found is, this is just made out to these people. And if they've got 6 kids, 10 kids, whatever, that isn't it. So we're looking at 3 equal shares. And they will obviously distribute whatever. So on all my wealth, all my belongings, my lottery winning of £370,000, which unfortunately they will have to contest. And the car, the Highlander car, valued at, I would say, 45,000. Again, this will all be worked out, right? But I wish to leave it to these three individuals who also have children, because they are my only surviving living relatives. There might be someone else, but I've done a pendulum, and the karma is that they have insisted it's not my child, and so I'm not been instructed to mention them. No, they clearly said, no, that's not your child, even though I had some kind of inkling it was. But the karmic thing there is the woman's insistent it's not my child. And I'm not going to get into DNA testing and such. She might. That's another issue. But let's face it, this £370 lottery winning is a scam. It's very cruel that people do this, but we've got to forgive them, or I have. And I said I'd do this. There's a Kathleen Cornish Cleveland who I did abuse, did think she was a liar, but actually technically she was, because she claimed she warned me that this lottery winnings with Facebook was a spam. But her idea of doing that is to pass a comment within the Facebook complaints page, which I don't frequent. I post the occasional complaint. I mean, I've complained about lack of insurance, so that anyone that's conned or ripped off within Facebook should be able to get immediate recompense. And because she commented on that was what took me to the page to look. And she had implied she'd warned me, so a bit of sick way of doing it. Yeah, I told you. And this also surprises me why Facebook haven't closed her down for 3 days. It doesn't sound right, does it? She's actually openly, blatantly saying that my lottery winnings was spam. Now, and the other bit I'll throw in, because this has only taken 8 minutes, pad it out a bit. A certain Russian professional con artist's name has been given to me. Now, again, when I'm gone, as they say, this should be looked into, because this is a very sophisticated con artist, in the context that this person can hack into people's emails and pretend and act as if he's them. So I've been sending emails now for 7 months to Mark Zubecker, to both his email addresses, which are publicly available on Facebook, and it might have been this character. And the same with Kate Tim. I've asked them, although in 7 months, right, not once have they been prepared to give me even a 2-minute video clip, i.e. Kate Tim just had to go on to Messenger and just give, well, hello, Graham, this is me and it is me. No. And they expect me and anybody to accept on the strength of an email. We're going in a circle. When it's now been perpetrated, it is possible to hack an email address. Now, that is very, very, very alarming. The person's name is Nikolaya Ondrejko. I better spell it. Nikolai, Nikolai or whatever, Ondrejko Ondrejko, but it's been spelled, and that will be for whatever. Again, as I said, it's the angelic kingdom's role to judge us, and it's the angelic kingdom's role to administer justice. We clearly implored this in the scriptures. Judge not. It's hard. And I'm just apologise to this Kathleen Cornish Cleveland. We all make mistakes, and we've all got a level of ego. We wouldn't be here otherwise. Yeah, we wouldn't be here. So, yes, I do owe Kathleen Cornish Cleveland an apology for calling her a liar, because she did actually post in the Facebook complaint page. Get it? Not on the main page. So, like, again, there's 6 of one and all half a dozen of the other. But I wouldn't trust this lady as far as I can throw her. My complaints against her. I am a disabled person. I am 99.8% wheelchair bound. I've got a major blood clot in my left leg. I can't walk hardly any distance. Get it? And more so, to get down to embarrassing things, but why should one be sure? I am a diabetic. And so for someone to imply, get it, quote, well, all he needs is someone to stick his, as if I'm some pathetic sexually deprived individual. Well, I'm not actually sexually deprived, but I do find that abusive, because I do have diabetes and I do have a ongoing, on and off coming erectile dysfunction. But I'm just saying, karmically, if someone is abusing you like that, and it was and is abuse, they will get the karma deserves them. So Kathleen Cornish Cleveland and her mate, again, shared on Facebook complaints page. Admittedly, this isn't major news, and that's got issues as well. This woman runs around there as if it's her space. Get it? Will you go out into the real world, Kathleen Cornish Cleveland, by that the main news drag of Facebook, and start acting the way you've been acting and passing these snide, offensive, abusive remarks against disabled people, and see how far you get, love? And as for your membership of, what's it, Americans for Facebook, and they seem to think the sun shines out your backside, well, fine. People get the leadership, or look up to, or lick the arse of whoever they wish to lick the arse to. But I wouldn't touch you with a barge pole. In fact, I won't use the word, you have abused a disabled person. And that will be for Facebook to decide. What? Again, or the angelic kingdom to decide. Yeah, again. So I forgive you for no. Well, I do forgive you for abusing a disabled person such as myself, but I can't speak for the thousands upon thousands of other disabled people when they get to hear about this. That's up to them. And they will make a decision. Well, do I feel that's right, that she's making these sick digs at people who are actually disabled? And okay, it isn't crude, but it's sick then, And in in my country, oh my God, in England, if you were to say that to a disabled person, you'd probably end up in prison or fined. You would be arrested, but I can't speak for America, the land of freedom of speech. Well, fuck your freedom of speech. Quote, you can put that on my gravestone. Fuck your freedom of speech. The angelic kingdom doeth the work. So anyone who sees that, I'd like that put on my gravestone. All right. Right. Now, we're only 15 minutes. I have been told, it's just look. I don't think I can go. I need to go into Facebook. Yes. The other legacy that I brought to do, which Mark Zubecker supposedly was implicated, but again, if this was Nikolai Ondrejko and his emails been hacked, but did say that he showed some interest in trying to help set up Black Unicorn. Now, this again was given to me to do, and quite a few years ago, but because of the corruptness of humanity, it just hasn't been given birth, right? And yet this is a fantastic outline for a charity, which will relieve immense suffering worldwide. I'm showing you all because whatever, the Findorn Foundation still have this on their printing press files, right? And more importantly, there are YouTube videos where I go right through the Constitution and read it. I could do that now. It's only 17 minutes. I'd like this set up. This is something else that I have brought down, channeled. Then we use that because Americans accept that concept. Whereas in England and various other cultures, I'd probably be considered insane, a witch, and burnt at the stake, which was what happened to people like me. Channels, new concept, but mediumship again. But there are, oh dear, I shouldn't have to say this in my defense, I'm being told, but because all this has been included in my videos. There's 99, nearly 100 videos. So you've got a wealth of material to go through. And yes, some of them, as this woman, Kathleen Cornish Cleveland, pointed out, that is insulting as well. He's obviously, in need of psychiatric help. No, she used some other terminology, but it was offensive. Kathleen Cornish Cleveland, who the fuck do you think you are to judge me and my psychological state? Jesus Christ swore. Jesus Christ got very angry. And all these idiots that take that stance, he's got angry. He's obviously, that's it, he's not stable. Then you wouldn't know Jesus Christ if he was staring you in the face. And it's idiots like you that society has given power to. I wonder why. Because there is immense teaching that says 1% of the population has all the power. And that's one of the major things that needs to be corrected. And this is why things like this, charities that have immense potential for the relief of suffering, don't get supported. because people are selfish fucks. People are trapped in darkness. And when agents of light like me come and try to help, we quote Handel. He was despised and rejected of men. He was a man of constant sorrow. Now that sounds like manic depression, doesn't it? Right. Well, maybe Handel got it all wrong. All right. Yeah. Oh, I can see that. And it's certainly been the pathway I've known. Despised and rejected of men. The amount of times I've gone into a 3-year Buddhist retreat because I've been belittled, talked down to like I'm an idiot, like Mrs. Kathleen Cornish Cleveland. Her comments, check them out on Facebook complaint section. Like I say, this isn't a major thing, and this is how this woman's been getting away with it. It's called Facebook complaints. So you lodge a genuine complaint and you get this smart-assed idiot woman saying malicious, abusive comments. The only thing I give her credit to, possibly, is that the Facebook lottery winnings was a spam. As I've started out and have said, they have given me no solid evidence. And my mind just says to me, well, why? It's nonsense. If you've been in contact with people for 7 months and your belief that this is real has been Jesus Christ had his moments of doubt and pain. The amount of suffering these people, well, it isn't, this is it. Is it Kate, Tim? Is it Mark Zubecker? Of course, me. Well, of course, again, they get their karma. They keep quoting at me, believe in God. Oh, I believe in God, all right. And I believe in the angelic kingdom. It's you cunts that need to get that together, not me. Because if you continue to justify your attitude, well, we can't send him a 2-minute video because we sat around like a bunch of idiots and agreed to these various conditions. There may be some justification in this, that you don't want to get too involved with your lottery winners, rare. Well, then why is Kate inviting me to her wedding when I've never met her? Is that just a con, a spam, a con? This is their techniques to win the confidence. Or you've got this wedding to come to. Oh, and when you get there, you can have your car then. Well, we'll just double track on that. I've paid £2,500 to have my car, the Highlander car, and my winnings together delivered to the United Kingdom. And now you're saying, well, you can come to the wedding and you can pick your car up there. Well, what about my £2,500? So far from me owing you money, and you haven't also made clear, are you paying for me to attend this wedding? Well, that's generally the custom. I'm meant to be the guest of honour. This is only 24 minutes long. And this is possibly my final video, so I'm not going to apologise. Sorry, I'm still stuck on this because I'm trying to help these people, believe it or not. And if this is a Nikolai Ondrejko, your name's out. The angelic kingdom know who and where you are. Of course they do. I was supposed to be sent a photograph, but I feel I don't want this. What's this? No. I've not messaged anything because no one's actually said anything. I hope this is working right. Well, it's telling me live, but no one's actually watching this. So where this is posted is irrelevant as long as I can get this, because this saves me. I'm dyslexic. I've used this technique of communicating with people, channeling, call it what you will, for years. No, I'm not insane. I've developed it because just in my mind, I'm talking to whoever I'm talking to. And also, there apparently is no one actually listening to this now, but it's going out into the ethers. And I will be able to hopefully put it onto disk and deposit it with my bank manager. Save me having to type it out. But I will also go down there and take a written thing, because obviously that's legally more binding. I mean, I couldn't get, was it Kanjanapas's surname and it's Waraprin, there you go. But again, no, I realise for legality it needs to be printed and made clear, but I've given enough hints in this that all of them are found on Facebook. And maybe it'll be Facebook's job. Well, Graham's been shot. He's left this last will and testament, and he's mentioned people on Facebook. Can you help us sort out who these people are? Because he wants all his earnings, wealth, whatever, possessions, whatever it's worded, to go to them. Because obviously I'm 68 anyway, so there's no dramatic over the top here. I've got a major heart condition. I've got diabetes and I've got a blood clot. I know that the body is starting to crank out. I know that I can hardly walk 100 yards or so, although I'm going to put that in. Pips, you need shagging. That's personal independence allowance, the Department of Work and Pension. My health conditions include diabetes, a blood clot in my left leg, and a heart condition called atrial fibrillation. You had all this, and still you only awarded me 10 points. Had I been awarded 12 points, I'd have got what I urgently need, and any cunt idiot could see that. Anyone in Lambride, where I live, all the bus drivers that see me panting just getting up the steps. I've even had old women come and help me with my suitcase. Even climbing 6 steps on a bus can leave me breathless. And yet you idiots, well, you'll get your comeuppance, that's it. I must believe, but I believe the angelic kingdom will administer justice and you will get your karma. So I mustn't judge, but I can pass an opinion that you have misaligned me, you have wrongly assessed my condition, and have deprived me of having a car, which I urgently need. So I'll leave it at that. Well, it's 29 minutes. I realise at 3 o'clock in the morning, it's 3:12, Thursday, the 13th. Yeah. And I don't need to say anything. I don't need to hold potentially inappropriate messages through you. Yeah. I don't understand that. To guard your privacy. Well, this is supposed to be a public video. I don't know. It's the first time I've used this, actually. Well, it probably is. I think once before I did it. But depending on how I log in, you get all this stuff about, oh, you've got to register and crap. But I have already done it once before, and it does seem to have gone straight in. It's telling me it's live. Okay, there's no feedback because no one knows I use this method or am. They're used to me going on Facebook. And I've been barred from using Facebook for 3 days. Again, courtesy of Kathleen Cornish Cleveland. Which, okay, I can say that. I did call her a cock-sucking whore. Now, it's not up to me to assess the reality of that statement. It was offensive, yes. But maybe that does need looking into. Is she a cock-sucking whore? Or was it an off-spirit remark? Under the circumstances, seeing as she has been abusing me as a disabled person, I would say it's tit for tat. She inferred I needed somewhere to stick my penis, so I was a sexually frustrated disabled person, although that wasn't it, but that's what the reality is. I would say that's abusive, most definitely, and sick. And she wouldn't get away with that on major Facebook pages. But she's doing it within the confines of the Facebook complaint page. And as yet, nothing seems to have been done. And I can't be the only person. As people said, she's a man-hating, screwed-up piece of shit. Hold on, Graham. In my opinion. But, well, what the hell? I ain't going to be around. And what the hell what? Sue me. Yeah, that's the proper procedure. Rich middle class member of Americans for Facebook or whatever it is, AAA. Yeah. Oh, she's highly regarded there, which makes me think, what's this organisation? A bunch of middle-class cunts. Well, if you support people like that with a sick, I can have a go now, cat suits, and some idiot man, I'm going to marry my catty woman. Oh, talk about sick. Yeah, sick. And what's that doing on Facebook complaints? Yeah, she's just using it as a vehicle to promote herself. Well, try it on the main page, love, and see how far you get. Yeah, you're getting away with it because it isn't somewhere hardly any cunt goes unless they happen to be abused by you. Then they might have a look. You get a little message. Kathleen Cornish Cleveland just made a comment about you. Yeah. And then when I go to look, what's this filth? Sick, childish, it's you and another woman sharing but printing it on the thing. All he needs is someone to stick his wadger in. Pathetic and sick. And it shows where you're coming from, huh? I won't go down that road. I've had perfectly healthy sexual relations, but I happen to have been in a retreat, love, for 3 years. Yes, you could argue there's a bit of sexual frustration there, but we turn that energy, some of us, into doing constructive, creative things, like setting up charities and channeling higher intelligences. But for those of you who haven't got a clue what that's about, who haven't got a spiritual bone in their body, and you seem to think the end and be all of life is sexual fulfillment, Well, we know that is the biggest stopping stone. Look what's happening in the Roman Catholic Church. Amongst other churches, little boys being sexually abused by sexually frustrated people who aren't doing things constructive with their energy. Get it? And the Roman Catholic Church has got nothing to do with Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ chose Mary Magdalene as his chosen apostle, teacher, light bringer. And as for this papal system, it's man-made shit. Yeah. Oh, you better hurry up, Roman Catholic Church, if you want to try and sue me or whatever. Not as if I'm doing it because of that. That's just a fact. And that shows how corrupt this society is. The Roman Catholic Church, founded by Peter, right, is a load of bollocks, man-made bollocks. You can take it from me that in the Garden of Gethsemane, Jesus Christ rebuked the devil within Peter. Check that out. Well recorded agape I took in the Jesus Fellowship Church, and that ruffled a few feathers, but it also brought a load of recognition from people. Inwardly, they knew that the Spirit of truth was moving through me. And there's scriptural evidence to support that statement. Jesus did rebuke the devil within the Garden of Gethsemane. Why? Because that devil, if you want to call it that, darkness, was working through Peter and trying to talk Jesus out of following through with his crucifixion, which was his cup. There's a prayer to say that. And it's known. None of the apostles, the male apostles, had a fucking clue what Jesus Christ was about. But Mary Magdalene did. Of course, they didn't like that. But that was it. Who was at the cross when Jesus was crucified? It was the 3 women. The men had legged it, and the men did think that Jesus had come here to lead a violent revolution against the Roman Empire. Load of bollocks. And that's what most of your Catholicism church is based on. A load of bollocks. And most people have. No wonder people have left the churches. They've seen through that. They've seen through also the tithing thing that was set up but got distorted. 10% of our earnings, that's all of us, Jack, motherfuck, cunt, whoever, is meant to go to charity, not to the church, not to some big buildings and establishment, and they're just sitting on this billions and billions and billions of pounds while people are starving. How do you think Jesus Christ feels about the Roman Catholic Church? Do you think he's angry? Or just use your brain. Pray about it. How would Jesus Christ respond to the Roman Catholicism Church? While millions of people are starving to death and they're just sitting on this money, when tithing clearly told them and tells us all, 10% supposed to go to charity. It's a simpler matter. Whatever all this wealth is, billions or whatever, 10% immediately goes to charity. and then 10% of their earnings goes to charity. So all this money's invested in banks and all the rest of it. 1% of the world's monetary profits, probably not the correct word, right, has control over the money. And that's why all these things have been suppressed. They have knowledge. People like Adolf Hitler had the esoteric knowledge, but use it for darkness, black magic, shall we say. Yeah. Well, we all know where it led. And thank God for people like Winston Churchill who instigated a prayer campaign, and we were always one step ahead of them. Right near where I live, there's big brick concrete bunkers and whatever, because it has tipped off that they might try and land on this isolated beach at Findhorn. Very special place, Findhorn. Needless to say they didn't, but that was going on all the time. We were one step ahead, and that was through prayer, right? We did have God on our side. There are powers of darkness, but God allows that. God is in charge. It's a great test of faith to actually take that stance, that even around you the world seems shit, right? Even around you the world seems full of corruption and liars, right? Could call it evil, but you still believe in God. And that's why I laugh at Facebook's statements. Believe in God and all will be well. Yes, but I also believe in someone being able to do a 2-minute video chat to absolutely confirm, hello, I am Kate Tim. Oh, hello, so you are. So your logic is warped. Yeah, warped. And it's probably the powers of darkness that have obviously warped that. Just think it through, Mark. Well, all he wants is someone to just say, hi, I am Kate Tim, very distinct, beautiful young lady, right? Be a bit much for this Andreticus, whoever the hell he is. Well, he's an ugly fuck, this Nikolai. I have seen his photograph, and that's all perhaps is needed. And that the man or the source has probably bottled out. Well, this is a very powerful, evil piece of shit. And it's probably him that's going to put a hit on me. Oh, yeah. This is a psychopathic piece of shit who has no natural inbuilt stoppages, if you like. He'd kill his own grandma. That's a phrase that's often used. A psychopathic piece of shit. And these people do need locking up, contained from society, because they do the most dastardly evil acts. The sort of people that go out and rape young children and then kill them because they're scared they're going to get, well, put in prison. And we all know the cases of that. Right. So I am doing my last will and testament, because I don't want the state taking over whatever wealth I have. I have now, not only recently, but got a family. They are godchildren, and they will be written into a formal last will and testament, because whatever, their names, right? And then that's me done. Slow boat to China, whatever. I will go where the spirit leads me. And I don't think it's to Kate Tim's wedding reception, unless you give me evidence. I'm not coming to no wedding, mate. So it's up to you, Kate. Have a little word with your boss. Graham's made it very clear he's not coming to America, he's not coming to California, and he's not coming anywhere to attend a wedding to pick up his car, because that's what you're doing. You're using it as bait, and it's wrong. That car's mine. I paid £2,500 to have it delivered to United Kingdom. And by waving that in front of me, well, if you come to the wedding, you can pick your car up. I paid for it to be delivered to United Kingdom. Same as my winnings. And you will incur karma. And if you suddenly play this your final play, oh, it's this Nikolai Ondrejevko and we've been hacked. Tell that to the court system. Yeah. Because I've been nagging you for months and it's on your Facebook complaint page. Why haven't you got insurance against scam merchants, against fraudsters that are ripping off daily disabled people? And I'm one of them. Or I'm not. I'm actually meant to be getting my receipt from China. I haven't checked. I've got a tracking number, but it's now been supposedly dispatched. So I've got my wheelchair, but I ain't got a car. Not a lot of good without a car. The idea is a car can go distance and a decent speed. Imagine trying to go 12 miles on a vehicle that goes 4 miles an hour. Not quite it. I'm intending to visit the Findhorn Foundation. I'm intending to put up my healing cards, which have already been posted once. Maybe words got out a bit now. Oh, he uses pyramid water healing. Oh, yeah, we'll give that a go. But I'll use a pendulum. And no one will get a healing session from me unless I get the go-ahead from the pendulum. Saves me wasting time, because I do understand that healing is a science. And it's upon the faith of the person receiving that any results happen. And it's only right I give those people who are more able to respond because of their faith, shall we say, a chance to be healed for cancer and all the rest of it. So they will know that. Word will get out, well, you better get before God sort of thing, get your heart straight and sort out your life. That's it. Clean up your life. Start tithing. Well, yeah. And I'm yet to do that. I don't think I'm going to embother. I've been told, you don't need to do a whole teaching on tithing. It's a well-known concept. It's just been distorted. Instead of 10% to the church, which can be the Vatican or wherever the hell it is, it's 10% to charities. Easy, really. Kid stuff. I'm going to end this. I don't know. This might not have even worked. In your stream, end.